This is GV Reddy from India. I used to work for Indian Forest Service, which is the premium service for managing the forests of India. I worked with Government of India and other provinces for 35 years. I also worked as a consultant to the World Bank in Indonesia, managing 3.5 million hectares of prime forest area, leisure ecosystem. Now, currently I am based in the southern part of India. It's my privilege to talk to you about the importance of forests and the role of forests in India and its economy. India is one of the 7 biodiversity rich countries in the world. Though India has about 2.4% of the world's land mass, it has got 7 to 9% of the biodiversity of the world. Roughly, it has got 45,000 species of plants, about 70,000 species of animals, including insects, which includes around 1,200 species of birds, 650 species of mammals, 200 species of amphibians. India falls under one of the Western Ghats biodiversity rich area, and the other one is the Himalayan region, Trans-Himalayan region, with a lot of biodiversity. More than 200 million people are directly or indirectly dependent on these forests for their livelihoods. Most of the rivers in India originate from forests. There are 2 types of forests, which are the Himalayan forests, mostly snow-clad, and they are source of perennial rivers like Ganga and Brahmaputra. The southern forests are mainly source for rain-fed rivers, which includes Narmada, Tapiti, Krishna in the southern parts of the country. India, by its geographical position, with its rich rainy conditions, good soils, it's the largest population in the world resides in India. With 7 to 8% of the annual growth, with 140 crores of people, which is about 1.4 billion people living in India, which is one of the thickest continent in the world, and it is growing, and probably by 2050 the population will stabilize. Till that time we will see the rise, and 21% of the geographical land is under forest. It's a great challenge for the country to have 1.4 billion people and with 3.2 million hectares of forest land as forests. It's a great challenge to protect these forests. At the same time, provide livelihoods to the people. As mentioned, these forests are also home for rich biodiversity. I talk about one important species, that is tiger, which is ecosystem species, which is the ecosystem apex species. By saving one species, we have tried to save the whole ecosystems. We have strong laws like Indian Forest Act and also Wildlife Protection Act, which was enacted in 1972. These wildlife laws, they provide strong legal backup for protecting these forests. Philosophically, these large forest areas, which may vary from 300 square kilometers to 2,000 to 3,000 square kilometers of land. Sometimes these landscapes are preserved as it is. The concept is the core area, which is the central part, where no disturbances of any kind are allowed. It is primarily meant for breeding of these animals. These core areas are surrounded by the buffer areas, where the buffer areas are in continuum with the people's interface areas, the agriculture areas, where a kind of disturbances are accepted and allowed, so that people have their traditional usufructory rights being used, and then they continue to support the conservation values of these forests. We have more than 50 tiger reserves in the country, starting from the northernmost in the Uttar Pradesh or Arunachal Pradesh to the down south, where we have the tropical rainforest. So we will find tigers are the western part of Rajasthan, where it is the dry forest areas. So we have, in all landscapes, we have these tigers. The philosophy is same: conserved through core and surrounded